Hey, that intro gets me hyped every time. Every time I hear it, it's the best of both worlds. But we got a topic for them tonight, Southern Belle. We got a crazy topic. This is episode 5, and I'm gonna let them know what the topic is. The topic is, who is more toxic, men or women?
This is an interesting topic of conversation, but I want to take it back. Let's reel it back just for a second. In the event that we have new viewers, I am the Southern Belle, and this is my co-host,
The Brooklyn Boy, and I'm back in the building.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Who's More Toxic, Men or Women?
You already know my answer to that. So we're gonna dive right into the session because
But hold on, let's talk about your perspective because I think it's a fair shake for the viewers if we give them both our perspectives on what we feel about this.
And since I'm a gentleman, I'm gonna let you go first.
I appreciate that being from down south. Listen, my perspective is definitely that men are more toxic than women, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like they are. Some of this comes from personal perspective, but a lot of this stuff comes from what I see from some of my girlfriends and, even things that we see on television, how men are portrayed in movies, what we saw growing up. And in this day and age, dating itself is toxic, and a lot of that is because of men. So here's something that is like at the forefront for me. You always have a man, not every man, but a man that wants to be dating, right? But doing things that are of a relationship consequence, right? But saying that we are strictly dating and that is all that we're doing. They are always throwing out that I'm single. They do things like wine and dine you, take you out to dinner, take you to the movies, send you flowers, buy you gifts, come and spend time, share time with you, take you on trips. Some men even take you overseas out of the country and say all of these things, but then they want to reel it back after they've done these things that should be designated for being in a relationship with someone that could potentially be the one, and then they're still yelling, I'm single.
I have a question though. Isn't that what dating is about? Dating is about dating somebody, getting to know them. So if they did all these things, wouldn't it be them dating? Dating you?
I would concur and agree that dating is about getting to know someone, but is this man doing those things with all women? So let's say that he has options.
Okay.
And I'm all about options, right?
Okay.
Because as a single person, you should. And this is how you figure out who you're going to designate on the backside of this thing as the potential one, the one. But listen to the things that I said that he does. Takes you to dinner, takes you to movies, wines you and dines you, sends you flowers, edible arrangements every other Wednesday or Friday. He's taking you on trips. Listen to all the time, the effort, the energy, and the money that he's investing. And you would really love for me to believe that this is what he's doing with like 3 or 4 different women. This sounds like a game. But this is not just dating.
I would say that then in that aspect, the communication has to be at an all-time high. If he's keeping the communication lines open and letting you know that this is what he's doing.
He's not. That's why he's more toxic. Definitely. But your perspective, Brooklyn boy, you just blew my point, per usual.
Here's my thing. I feel like men and women are both toxic.
Who's more toxic? Stay on something.
I'm gonna say no, and I'll say women are more toxic.
Okay.
And the reason why women are more toxic because women know how to play the game, right? Women don't let their true feelings out because women are scared to get hurt. and I say that because
I do not concur.
I expect you not to concur. Here's the thing, and the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like men, when they are courting or dating someone, they are trying to get to know that woman better. Like you said, they buy the flowers, they buy the edible arrangements, they do this, they take the trips, they go out of town, they do these things. But what you have to understand is this: that's what a man is supposed to do when he's trying to get to know a woman better. Not only that, let's take it a step further. If I'm dating you, let's just say I'm dating the Southern Belle, and then I'm dating JoJo from across the street, and then I'm dating Melissa, right?
Because you're single, so you're dating everyone as a toxic man would, right?
But why is he toxic? Here's the thing, though. If you're single, you are free to date whoever you like.
I would concur.
Now, here's where it gets tricky and where you would probably say men are toxic. If he's lying and not keeping the lines of communication open, where that means if I'm dating a Southern Belle and I say, well, I am dating you, but I am dating so and so.
You're further solidifying my point.
No, but here's the thing. He's being open and honest though. That's not being toxic. It's being open and honest.
Okay, and how many men do that? Because because men are not typically. You still are off the subject matter of who's more toxic.
I said
my
women.
argument is that men are more toxic because obviously they are not being open and honest. They are doing all of these things. The premise is that they are setting it up as if it is a relationship, and it is not.
I agree.
Doing things that are conducive of being with one person, because there is no way unless this man just has it and he just enjoys tricking it. You know what they say? It ain't tricking if you got it, right?
Yeah, listen.
So unless he is, he has plenty of money, he's an entrepreneur, he owns all these businesses, and this is just what he does. But the average guy does not. You can't even get the average guy to take you to Ruth's Chris, to take you on a nice dinner date, right? So if the average guy is doing all of these things that I laid out a foundation for you under the premise,
right,
to further support the fact that I'm telling you that men are more toxic, if the average guy is doing this with multiple women, he's definitely not telling you I'm doing it with Melissa and Jody and whomever else, all those other women that you named. Therefore, men are more toxic.
Okay, but this is where women become more toxic. That's why I say women are more toxic.
Come on with
because
it.
Because women know how to cheat. Women know how to play the game better than men. And women know how to do things, right? We talked about this on past episodes.
So do men.
Okay, well, you're right. But the first thing I did say is that communication has to be open, right? Communication, the lines of communication open. But women, here's the thing where men get a problem with, right? Women do not express their feelings. They do not tell a man how they really feel.
I do not concur.
No, a lot of women don't. A lot of women will not tell a man.
I think you got your toxic genders mixed up, because typically we can do a poll right now, right? Okay, hey viewers, check in. Women and men. Who's more likely to express themselves on their absolutely not?
You think a woman expresses their feelings more?
Most women are emotional, right? Women and men would check in and concur.
But you guys don't want to get hurt though.
Women and men would check in and agree to this.
Okay.
Most women are emotional.
Okay.
Most women form a quicker emotional attachment.
Okay.
Most women are affectionate. Most women assimilate.
But that's natural.
And because it's natural, this is why it's natural for us as women to share these things.
Not all women.
A lot of men. We didn't say all women. I said most women. Keep up. Okay. You said that women are less inclined to express themselves, show emotion, and, elaborate on their feelings. And we all know that this is not true. Women are typically the ones that say, I love you first. Women are typically the ones that are saying, I miss you. I care. These are the things that I feel. And in most situations, a man he either does not have the emotional connection, he has not made it to the same place or space as the woman has, or if he has, he is typically the one that's not communicating those things. I think that you're making up stuff here, because you know that men are more toxic than women are.
I'll say this.
Keep it real, Brooklyn boy.
All right, men are toxic because we do play a lot of games, right? Yeah. Right? So I gotta go there for the men, right? Men do play a lot of games. But how's it? But here's the thing: when a man is being open and honest, and a man is generally telling his side of his feelings and letting a woman know that he wants to be with her and all these things, that's when a woman plays on his feelings as well.
How often does that occur though, Brooklyn boy?
Oh, a lot. 9 out of 10. 9 times out of 10.
So 9 times out of 10, you're saying when, or the fact that men often do it. So let's just disseminate that so we can be clear here. So who's more likely to share their feelings and their emotions? Men?
Yes,
I do not. You're not telling the truth. So are you speaking about yourself, or are you speaking about most men? Because I bet if we took some callers, most men would say that they are not as vulnerable as women are. They are less likely to share their emotions and their feelings, right? Men have been groomed and conditioned that if you share your emotions and your feelings, that you are weak, right? And if you are vulnerable, that someone is more likely to take advantage of that. And you said yourself, to further corroborate my position, advantage in this, that women are emotional. We are naturally that feeling we embody, and therefore we are the first inclined to show those feelings. And you said yourself that men play games. Men out the gate play games. Women are straightforward out the gate. We treat you how we want to be treated, which is the best possible way that we can treat you. And then we treat you when you play games how you deserve to be treated, because you're more toxic.
So you're telling me that a woman out the gate, off the rip, is going to tell me how she feels and what she wants from the jump?
There is nothing to feel typically from the jump, because a woman just like you, if she's smart, she's weighing her options. So
which means that she's toxic and she's waiting.
No. That doesn't make you toxic because you're weighing your options. That makes you smart in your dating process. And you should do that so you're not wasting anyone's time. But with the woman, it doesn't take us very, very long to decide who we want to spend our time with, who we want to give our conversation to, who we want to sit down at dinner with, and who we want to bed. So I'm just being straight up with you about that. It doesn't take us long to figure that out.
So let me ask you a question. Here's one of the things that makes women more toxic, right?
I'm still waiting for you to validate.
I don't have to. You guys.
Yet to.
You guys. So here's it. You guys cheat more. You guys cheat better. This
is your opinion?
Now this is why women are more.
We definitely cheat better. I would concur.
See, so that's why you're more toxic, because that's cheating is a relationship.
Okay.
So now here's my question to you, Southern Belle. when a woman has been scorned or hurt from her past relationship, right? When she meets a guy,
yes,
there is a shield up. There is something that keeps her from allowing herself to be open to this man.
I would agree. Same for men. Same for men.
Because of what the previous man has put her through.
I would agree. Same for men.
Now
it's the same for men.
Now this man could be doing everything he wants to be doing. He could be buying the flowers. He could be courting her like no other.
Yeah.
The crazy thing behind that situation is he could be doing everything he needs to do, and because she's been hurt and scorned, she will not give him the time of day that he wants, because she's still dealing with stuff, which makes her in that situation toxic to that situation, because she should never engage in a relationship if she's been scorned or hurt. Until she gets herself together, she should not embark on any other relationships.
I would concur, but is she really engaging in a relationship?
Because
I think we need to define what a relationship is, because I think that you are confused here, and then this becomes murky and convoluted. Because if she is weighing her options, right? Let's say that she's been hurt, she's been scorned.
Right.
We all have gone through some things, men as well, but we'll stick to women just so we can play out this scenario. And let's say that she's weighing her options. She has you, she has Sam, she has Nico. There's 3 of you guys, right? And she is not actually embarking in a relationship. She is weighing her options. She knows that she has some things that she's dealing with. So she is not quick to jump into the relationship where one of the men, whomever it is ready to jump into a relationship. So how is she being toxic?
But I'm not saying
just because she's not meeting him where he's at the time doesn't make her being toxic. I think that she's looking out for him because she knows that she's not ready.
If she's
but
not
the difference
honest,
is. Oh, okay. So you're introducing another facet to this to make her toxic,
if she's not
right? Because I just broke all that down for you,
so
right?
If she's not being honest, then
being honest about what?
About where she's at and if she's dating other men. She has to be honest and open.
So you're introducing something else. Do you see how you like pour on the layers? You pour.
I gotta keep us going.
So
which makes women more toxic. I gotta keep this thing going. I gotta make sure.
So you're going to
that everybody out there know that y'all toxic.
So just so I'm fair, because I'm standing up for the women. I've been a little toxic, right? This is how I can understand how women are toxic and how men are more toxic. So the minute that I show you and I prove my point that women are not more toxic, because she has the right to weigh her options, she has the right to have multiple men, and she has the right to not jump into a relationship at your ready, right? So maybe you're toxic because you're trying to force her into something that she's not ready for. Because emotionally you have made it in a place or a stage in the connection between you both that she's not arrived at. So then again, you are toxic because you are wanting something that she's not ready for. Thus, this how she's operating with you has absolutely nothing to do with her being scorned or what she's went through. She's just taking her time and she's looking out for all the men and herself in the relationship. You're the one that's toxic. You have some things that you need to deal with, it sounds like.
So,
come on with it.
In any sense, right? We're gonna pose this question to the group or to the viewers out there. Right. So the question. So can we agree to disagree before we pose the question? Is that we can say that men and women are both toxic.
I agree that men and women are both toxic. I hold on my position that men are still more toxic. I'm stuck on that one.
Okay.
Men are definitely still more toxic.
So my question or our question to the viewers is, as we take this poll, who do you think is more toxic, like we said at the beginning of the show?
Absolutely.
And why? Why do you think that?
And why?
Why do you think that men or women are more toxic from your standpoint of view? And if even no answer is the wrong answer because it's all opinionated. It's how you feel.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people like to put their own feelings in, like what they've been through and what they've gone through in a situation. So,
but you have to. That's how you come up with your perspective. What do you mean? How are you going to tell the viewers how to come up with their perspective on why they feel like someone is more toxic than not? Because I can't tell you that men are more toxic if some of my opinion or perspective and my experience is not based on experience. A lot of it will be based on experience, personal experience as you have a connection to your friends, experience as you have a connection to your family members, your relatives, experience as you have a connection to things that you have seen and heard.
All right, Southern Belle. So we've been talking about this all episode, man. So here's my final thoughts. This is what I really come to the conclusion. I like what you said. I'm still gonna stick by men are more, women are more toxic, but you gave some great points. I like the things that you said about the vacationings and the things that men do, and men do that. Men do come back and do these things and have a woman. They leading women on, so which makes them toxic in all aspects. So I will say this. To me, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna give the Southern Belle, the pit bull in the skirt. I'm gonna give her props. You know what? Men are more toxic.
So you're rescinding your
I am
statement.
rescinding my statement. And the reason I'm rescinding my statement is because at the end of the day, I feel like we do play some games. Men are immature, and sometimes when they have a good woman or see a good woman, they are scared to let themselves go and be themselves. And even because men are scared to get hurt, and we supposed to be the hunter, but they feel like I'm not gonna let a woman hurt me. So I will agree that men will, and people gonna hate me. Oh, the Brooklyn boy got soft on the show. Nah, it's all good. Listen, we do play games, and I'm not saying all you men out there, but men, we do play games, and men are more toxic. After hearing the Southern Belle, she did bring a lot of points to the table. She is, if you notice during the show, she comes at me. I be getting scared, so I had to rescind just a little bit. But Southern Belle, you made some points. I'll let you rock out on this one, but I got you coming up soon. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say what you got to say now.
Thanks, Brooklyn boy. I sincerely appreciate that. But you already know, and the viewers are beginning to know, you have to be prepared to have a conversation like this with me, because I'm always going to be able to support the things that I say, even if it is just my vantage point. But I would agree with you, and after having our conversation, I want to lead with the fact that I do concur that women do carry baggage from past relationships and old hurts and things like that could cause us to do toxic things, or I should say exude toxic behaviors in a relationship or as in a connection with the man. But outside of that, I still stick to my original perspective that men are more toxic, and as I continue to think about it and I've listened to you, I'm going to lay out some reasons why we all know, right, to further validate this point, and drive it home. So we are emotional creatures, and men are not naturally emotional creatures for so many reasons you all have been taught to or conditioned to not be. So that's okay for you not to be, right? So you're trying to protect that, your ego, that vulnerability that you don't want to allow someone else into. Men are more prone to playing games with women. Men are more prone to lying to a woman and not giving their truth out front. Men are more prone to not being transparent, as we talked about. It is okay to be single and be weighing your options and have multiple women. I'm a single woman that does not mind that, but however, men are more prone to pretend, behave or outright lie that there is no other thing going on outside of what they are carrying on with one woman. Men are more prone to hurting a woman and knowing that he has impacted her emotionally, mentally, sometimes it could be physically. And after she's gotten over that and you've gone through that process, a man is more prone to coming back and doing the same thing, because as women, we've been conditioned to just be here and be a ride or die and, behave as if it is okay, right? And then men are more prone to having multiple women because it's like a notch on the belt. You have conquered. You have, you've conquered something, and this is what you want to brag about to your homeboys or your boys. And men care more about things like that, puffing out their chest and protecting the heart of the woman that he says that he cares for and he's connected. I'm still talking.
Well, no. I gotta stop you. Hold on.
This is a wrap up. I'm just going through reasons why men.
I concur with you, but you're not gonna keep going in on us right now.
But it's so. But
I agreed with you.
My perspective is that men are more toxic.
I agree with you, but you're not gonna do tonight is though.
Why men are more toxic. Women are more prone to tell their daughters, you know what, find a good boy and date him. Men are more prone to telling their sons, you know what, you don't have to just stick to one girl. You know, it's okay that all these girls like you. You're handsome, fist pump. You like your dad, and it's all of these reasons that it's all of these reasons, and then some that make men more toxic. So yeah, I appreciate the dialogue.
I had to.
Men are more toxic.
I agree with her, and then she took over and went where she went. This is why I call her the pit bull in a skirt. This is who she is, the Southern Belle. This is what she does.
That's what we do. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of what was formerly Straight Up No Chaser, and we're heading into what we call Best of Both Worlds. I'm the Southern Belle, and here's my co-host, the Brooklyn Boy.
That's me, yo, and I thank y'all once again. Like she said, the best of both worlds. So you're gonna get me, the Brooklyn Boy. You're gonna get the Southern Belle, which is her. But man, I'm happy that we changed the name because it just goes into both of us. But we definitely got the poll coming up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Where it's going to show that women are like 80% more toxic. So make sure you guys go to the page, and it's going to be on our Facebook page.
Absolutely, it's going to be on our Facebook page. But let's say we would love for you guys to don't forget to like our Facebook page. It is Straight Up No Chaser. # the Why Not. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Straight Up No Chaser, # Why Not. And last but not least, check us out on the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. But as the Brooklyn Boy said, that poll will be up on not only Instagram but also on Facebook, and then we'll discuss the results from it on the live.
Oh
yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in next week. We going live, man. We gonna give y'all a treat on the live. We gonna give you the poll, and we got some other things coming up, man. Next week live we can't tell them we got a lot of things coming up, right? So
yeah, we keep it on the hush.
We kept it on the hush. But this weekend is about to be a big weekend for the Best of Both Worlds, man. So y'all stay tuned. I'm telling you, man. After this weekend, so much footage. I'm just happy that we changed the name because it fits both of us, man. It fits who I am, fits who you are, and y'all saw tonight. I can't really get a word in. When she get going, man. So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Come back and see us once again next week, and we out.
Best of Both Worlds.